In today's video, let's explore the fascinating culinary legacy of Mississippi with a trip down memory lane to the roots of the esteemed New York Times food critic, Craig Claiborne, who hailed from Indianola. We will delve into his culinary journey from the heart of the Mississippi Delta to become the nation's foremost food journalist, captivating meat and potato Americans and introducing them to the world of fine cuisine. Craig passed away at the age of 79 in East Hampton, New York, leaving behind a legacy that transformed the landscape of food journalism. Raymond Craig Claiborne, born on September 4, 1920, in Sunflower County, Mississippi, emerged as a culinary trailblazer. His family's move to Indianola due to financial struggles exposed young Craig to the vibrant kitchen atmosphere, where he developed an early passion for food alongside the African-American servants who prepared meals for boarders taken in by his mother, Kathleen Claiborne. Despite initially aiming for a medical career at Mississippi State University, Claiborne's journey led him to the University of Missouri, where he graduated in journalism. His life took a culinary turn during World War II in the U.S. Navy, where he discovered the delights of French cuisine in Casablanca. Claiborne's post-war ventures in advertising and radio public relations left him unfulfilled until he traveled to France again, rekindling his love for French culinary arts. Furthering his education at L'École Hôtelière in Switzerland through the GI Bill, he returned to the U.S. and made his mark at Gourmet magazine, positioning himself as the first restaurant critic with culinary training. His dream came true when he became a food editor for the New York Times, holding the position from 1957 to 1970 and 1974 to 1986. Did you know that Claiborne's significant contributions include the creation of the 4-star restaurant rating system, now widely used in various fields? Over his illustrious career, he authored and edited over 20 cookbooks, with the New York Times Cookbook 1961 and Southern Cooking 1987 standing out. Southern Cooking paid homage to his roots, featuring over 300 recipes from the region. His influence surpassed any contemporary writer, bringing the finest chefs from France, Italy, and Asia to the attention of gastronomically sheltered Americans. Through over 20 books and collaborations with Pierre Frané, Craig inspired home cooks to expand their culinary horizons, creating a system of restaurant criticism widely adopted today. Before Craig, the New York Times food column focused on quick family suppers. He revolutionized it by introducing restaurant reviews. Having ventured into the Navy, Craig gained worldly experiences, culminating in his attendance to a prestigious Swiss hotel and restaurant school in Europe. This insider knowledge set him apart. Craig's journey to becoming the New York Times food writer was a lifelong dream realized, yet his initial anonymity belied the culinary force he would become. An anecdote illustrates his expertise. In a snooty New York City French restaurant, he absolutely identified a wrongly served wine vintage without glancing at the bottle. Craig's reviews, featuring a 4-star scale after repeated visits, revolutionized American newspapers, challenging the notion that restaurant reviewing was merely an extension of the advertising department. His 4,000 Perusian dinner in 1975, a result of a TV fundraiser bid, added a touch of flair to his reputation, but also drew widespread criticism. Retiring from the Times in 1986, Craig continued to write, travel, and lecture. His enduring work, the New York Times Cookbook, published in 1961, has sold over 1 million copies. Known for his flamboyant spirit, extravagant parties, and celebrity-studded dinner soirees, Craig's life was a mix of passion and candor. Born in Sunflower, Mississippi in 1920, his culinary fascination began in his mother Kathleen's kitchen in Indianola, where he absorbed the flavors of Deep South cooking. Craig's journey took him to France after World War II, forever changing his perception of food. A decision made on a Pacific atoll during the Korean War marked the beginning of his ambition to combine his love for cooking and writing, leading to his dream job at the New York Times. Collaborating with Pierre Frané, Craig revolutionized restaurant reviewing, developing a meticulous rating system and winning legions of followers with his gentlemanly and authoritative style. He nurtured young talents, identifying chefs like Paul Bocuse, Elaine Ducasse, and Marcella Hazen. After a brief departure from the Times, he returned in 1974 and continued his culinary influence. Craig's legacy extends beyond journalism. He played a key role in popularizing low-sodium and low-fat cooking. His home kitchen in East Hampton became a hub for chefs, friends, and interviews. In his autobiography, he candidly shared the difficulties of his childhood and the struggles he faced. Claiborne, according to his former colleague Fussell, played a pivotal role in transforming the perception of food in America. He shifted it from a mundane necessity to a pleasure akin to sex that one can enjoy at home. In a time when food discussions in newspapers were confined to sections on entertainment and homemaking targeting women, Claiborne's extensive knowledge and passion for food revolutionized the landscape of food writing. His authoritative yet friendly voice showcased a weekly food news column, covering a broad spectrum of caviar and couscous to comforting dishes like his mother's renowned chicken spaghetti. Recognized as an exacting and honest critic, he wasn't hesitant to praise new talents or critique established restaurants. Claiborne's keen eye for identifying promising chefs and giving them exposure contributed significantly to their growth. His collaboration with established figures like French chef Pierre Franet resulted in several cookbooks, New York Times columns, and recipes. As his influence grew, Craig's reviews could make or break a restaurant. Beyond his culinary critiques, he delves into the intricacies of fine dining etiquette, learning the art of wine service, such as presenting the bottle for inspection before pouring, and discover the nuances from serving champagne to handling sediment in aged reds. Fine dining is an experience to savor, and knowing these nuances enhances it. Imagine ordering an exquisite Bordeaux only to have it served cloudy and gritty. With Craig, he figured it all out. Despite his influence and accomplishments, Claiborne led a complex personal life. Still, at his 60th birthday party, renowned culinary figures like Jacques Pepin, Alice Waters, and Mieda Hetta celebrated with him. Fondly remembered as more accessible than Julia Child and more objective than James Beard, Claiborne's legacy endures, inspiring the culinary world with his sage advice: know more than everybody, say something funny, and leave some questions unanswered. Claiborne, openly gay, dedicated his life to culinary excellence. He passed away on January 22, 2000, in Manhattan, leaving his entire estate to the Culinary Institute of America. Sunflower honored its native son by naming 2 intersecting roads after him, Claiborne Street and Craig Avenue. Craig Claiborne's impact on the culinary world is immeasurable. His discerning palate, engaging writing, and commitment to demystifying haute cuisine forever altered how Americans approached food. As we celebrate his life, let's remember the man who changed the way we eat and left a mark on the world of gastronomy and journalism. Join us in our future explorations of Mississippi's hidden gems and fascinating tales. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories from the heart of the Magnolia State. Until next time.